Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of The Good Eye and Glory here with Will and Tad. We talk about all 32 NFL teams, and today we have a tight matchup between the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints here in Week 15. A big win for the Commanders, 20-19 on the road. You improved to 9-5. Jaden Daniels in his rookie season, a winning record overall on the season, guaranteed. So a big moment there. Daniels 25 of 31, 226 yards, two touchdowns, also 66 rushing yards. One thing you don't like to see from Washington, you gave up 8 sacks. That's a big concern for your offensive line. You don't want to let your rookie quarterback get hit that much. You know he's a guy that runs around in the pocket a lot. So some of that is dynamic on its own, but on the end, you just gotta clean up there and be a little bit better, or perhaps looking at the receiving, a big game from Terry McLaurin out of Ohio State. 7 catches for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. And looking a bit at what McLaurin's done for the season, now he has a good
Re-
quarterback to play
re-
with. So looking at what he's done for the season, 969 yards, seventh in the league, 11 touchdowns, second in the league on 68 receptions. So I would like to humbly ask where you rank Terry McLaurin amongst wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, I would like to personally rank him at least in the top 10, Tad, amongst the fewer ones in the league. However, very specifically, there was a play early in the game. It was a second and goal. Jaden Daniels was kind of going back and forth, scrambling out of the pocket. He rolls out. He throws the ball to the side of the end zone, finds your man that you were just mentioning, Terry McLaurin. He catches it literally between three defenders spinning in midair. Tad, what was your take when you saw that moment, and or if you know about that
Yeah, it was a big moment there. It got the game rolling in the right way for the Commanders. That was fairly early on in the game. And I mean, just an incredible football play by a very good quarterback and a wide receiver that just continues to prove he's among the best in the league.
moment? Yeah, this was also a game. Jaden Daniels. I mean, the Commanders came out here. They were poised to make a statement. Terry McLaurin. Caught another touchdown later in the game too that looked very athletic. But I was also kind of impressed with some of the throws that Spencer Rattler. I mean, the stat line doesn't really show it, but
Mhm.
given the situation of Spencer Rattler, the situation, he kind of had some flashy moments and throws. But specifically, Tad, I want to get your take on that trick play, the trick play where he throws it out to his running back, I believe Cedric Wilson Jr., and then chucks it into the end zone to Alvin Kamara. What was your take on that moment in that play in this game?
I mean, that was just some really high quality play calling there. Just a very well designed play when you're in a situation like the Saints are in, you struggled moving the ball. You're onto your second and third string quarterbacks playing. I mean, any chance you have to try to like steal some momentum and just dynamically move the ball like they did there. I mean, they took advantage of it. They got the ball in the end zone. That was a play they so desperately needed. And Cedric Wilson, he made the play. Alvin Kamara, who unfortunately I believe it was on that play, in fact, he got injured as well. So
Yes.
unfortunate there, but
Hate to
um
see it.
he made the play. And I mean that's what happens sometimes in football. You definitely hate to see it, laying it on the line. Yeah, the Saints, I mean, they were resilient. They did what they could. They tried to come back. The rough start from Hayner, and then Spencer Rattler goes out there and he rallies the squad. You get the scores in the fourth quarter, and then in the end, you go for two. You don't get it. So just they do what they can. You get the big touchdown to Foster Moreau that made it the 1 point game, but you just can't convert on the two. So they did what they could. They competed hard.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that name up. Yes, Foster Moreau. He did get that touchdown, 4 catches for 39 yards. Foster Moreau, the fifth-year player out of LSU, 23 catches, 302 yards, 4 touchdowns. A veteran, if nothing else, a very serviceable tight end.
Yeah, some very interesting takes there. Foster Moreau, he's an interesting player. He's still establishing himself, it seems. But yeah, he does what he can out there, and that was a big moment for him to get that touchdown. And I mean, you'd like to see a little better play call on the 2-point conversion to win the game, but in the end, the Commanders, they make the play on defense. The Saints can't get it through, and that was really the difference in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, and then Terry McLaurin, big game there. Jaden Daniels, kudos on the winning season. I mean, this was a battle of 2 NFC teams that really wanted it, but Commanders just they go on the road, and a win in the NFL is a win in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, they get one step closer to making the playoffs in Jaden's rookie year, and I mean, no, and we definitely didn't see that one coming. I mean, we would not have expected them to be a team that was competing for the playoffs.
We would not have expected to see them to be a team that was competing for the playoffs. Absolutely not. So, yeah, Commanders win 20-19. Next week, they will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at home in an NFC East rivalry. And then the New Orleans Saints, they will be going on the road on Monday Night Football to take on Tad's favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I'm kidding. He's actually a Vikings fan. Yeah, 20-19, Commanders win. Did you have any other final thoughts or takes on this game?
Yeah, I did not have any more takes, but thank you all for watching, and please continue to like, subscribe, and follow the Gridiron Glory here on YouTube or wherever else you're finding us. Thanks for watching.